What up, second grade? It is Miss Crawl here. Today we're going to be talking about commas in a series. So that's when we have a series of words listed, and we need to separate those with commas. We need to have a break as we list those different words out. So let me go ahead and pull up what I'm talking about. So let's look at this first sentence. It says, the boy packs a map, sunscreen, and water for his desert trip. So do you see how we have map, sunscreen, water, all listed. But we can't just list them. We need to add commas beside them. So the boy packs a map, comma, sunscreen, comma. And then I want you to notice that before that last word in our series, we're going to have and or there. And we need to have that before the last word in our series. So do you see how we need to have that natural pause as we list these different things? Let me read it without the commas. The boy packs a map, sunscreen, and water for his desert trip. We kind of need that natural pause and to be able to break up each thing as we listed. So let me read it with our commas. The boy packs a map, sunscreen, and water for his desert trip. So you can see why we need to do this. Let me read our next sentence. He hopes to see a rabbit, a turtle, a snake, or a bird. So you can see that we have 4 different things listed there, and you can have that. You just need to make sure to have a comma after each thing you have listed, and then make sure before that last thing. So in this sentence, a bird is the last thing we have listed. We need to have or and there. He hopes to see a rabbit, a turtle, a snake, or a bird. So we're going to go ahead and do a little bit more practice with this. So the directions say, find the error, select the word that needs to be changed or that needs punctuation after it. Then choose a proofreading symbol that will fix the error. So we need to add commas in here. Let me read the sentence. Tim, Jim, and Sue wrote a report on animals. So you can see that we have Tim, Jim, and Sue listed here. So we need to make sure that our commas are done correctly. So we have Tim, comma, Jim, we need a comma, and Sue, good. So we make sure to have that and, wrote a report on animals. So now we have Tim, Jim, and Sue wrote a report on animals.
Good job.
Dogs, cats, and squirrels all have fur. So you can see that we have listed dogs, cats, and squirrels. We need to make sure that we put commas where they need to go. Dogs, comma, cats, comma, and squirrels, that's our last thing that's listed, so we make sure to have that and or before it. Dogs, cats, and squirrels all have fur.
Great job.
Our next one. A bell warns mice, birds, and other small animals that a cat is near. So our words that are listed in our series, mice, birds, and other small animals. So we need to make sure that we have commas where we need. So mice, comma, birds, comma, other small animals is the last thing in our series, so make sure to have that and or there. A bell warns mice, birds, and other small animals that a cat is near.
Good job.
All right, I'm going to challenge you to try this one. So first I want you to listen as I read. Sue's favorite animals were dogs, birds, and cats. So I first want you to go ahead. What words are in our series? Go ahead and yell them out for me. Yeah, so it should be dogs, birds, and cats. Now I want you to go ahead, get your pointer out, and pretend. Don't actually touch your screen, but go ahead and get close with your finger. Where would the commas go? Go ahead and take a minute and do that. If you need to pause me because you need some extra time to think about it, go ahead. So you should have been putting the commas. Dogs, birds, and cats is our last part of this series, this list, so we need to make sure to have that and or, and we do. Sue's favorite animals were dogs, birds, and cats.
Fantastic.
Our next sentence, bats live in caves, barns, and hollow trees. So first thing I want you to do, yell out what words are in our series. What are we listing here? Go ahead and yell them out. So we have caves, barns, and hollow trees. Now, again, go ahead and get your pointer finger out and put in where the commas need to go. Again, if you need to pause me because you need a moment to do this, go right ahead. All right, so you should have put the commas after caves, comma, barns, comma, hollow trees is the last word listed in our series. So it has that and or before it. It does. Bats live in caves, barns, and hollow trees.
Excellent work.
So for this one, I want you to listen to it as I read. Listen to me as I read, and then I'm going to have you go ahead and put in the commas. These animals live in lakes, ponds, and streams. These animals live in lakes, ponds, and streams. So I want you to take a moment and put in the commas with your finger. If you need to pause me to think about it, please do. All right, so you should have thought to yourself, lakes, ponds, and streams are my series, my list. So I need to go there for the commas. Lakes, comma, ponds, comma, and streams is the last in our list, so we make sure to have that and we do. These animals live in lakes, ponds, and streams.
Excellent work.
Our next one, squirrels eat corn, nuts, and birdseed. Squirrels eat corn, nuts, and birdseed. All right, again, I want you to go ahead. Where are the commas going to go? Go ahead and pause me while you figure it out. All right, so you should have thought to yourself, corn, nuts, and birdseed are the words that we have in our list of our series. So we need to look there for our commas. Corn, comma, nuts, comma, and birdseed. Birdseed is the last thing we have listed, so it has that and or in front. Birds eat corn, nuts, and birdseed. All right, second grade, awesome work. Before you go, make sure to remember when we have a series or a list of words, we need to separate those with commas. And then we need to make sure that before the last word we have listed, last word we have on our list, we have an and or before it. Awesome work, guys.